You, Matt. Had a good week in Texas this past week, and we're able to rally from 12 down at UTA behind 58% shooting the second half to beat the Mavericks, a team that preseason favorites. Got two first-team All-League guys in Hervey and Neal, and the defending regular season champions. So good win. They'd been 34-4 in their building, similar to Louisiana Tech's record when we went up there and won in Ruston earlier. And it beat a lot of good people. So very good win for our team to rally. I was proud of the way we defended, the way we fought back, and didn't give in to being down. Same situation happened at halftime or last year, and I reminded the guys of that at halftime. The second half, we did not compete the way we did this time, and you see the different results. We then went to Texas State in a totally different type of game that, as Jay said after the game, they want to score in the 50s, you want in the 80s, and you both got your wish, but you were the only one that left happy. But they want to grind it out. Monroe had scored 86 at Coastal just a week earlier against Coastal, and they get 52. So it shows you how good they are defensively. And they'd won 6 in a row. They were off their best start in 14 years. And we were able to do a good job defensively. I think they shot 2 of the first 16. We were definitely ready to play the first half of this game. And we made some mistakes, but we also made some shots and got out to a quick lead. And that's very important when you play Texas State. Again, coming out of halftime with a 12-point lead, this time instead of a 12-point deficit, we turned around and made shots to start the second half. We ran a play and got Frank Bartley a 3-point shot, and then we missed a shot, and Jakeenan dunked it back in. And we called timeout, and you could tell by the other team's body language that they were pretty much done. So a good win for us, a team that in a game for first place, by them winning 6 in a row, it's important to beat the people that you're in line with toward the top of the league. So good win for us, good weekend, happy bus home. Guys are doing well, playing well. We've still got to clean up some areas, and we're going to work on that this week and get ready for South Alabama and Troy that come in on Thursday and Saturday.
What are some areas you got to clean up that you want to clean up in practice?
Well, last week I was asked what we needed to fix, and I said we really don't need to fix anything. We just need to improve in some areas. It's the same this week. We need to be better defensively. We missed blockouts in both games that cost us baskets. We were careless with the ball in the game at Arlington. We went from 7 turnovers against Monroe to 20 against UTA, and a lot of them were self-inflicted. So we've got to get better in that area.
When you have as much success as you guys have had to start conference and to start the season, sometimes this is a point where teams may get comfortable or lazy. How do you continue to keep the guys motivated to sustain success?
Well, our players are groomed to feel the same way I am, Seth, because we talk about it all the time. And you can't look too far ahead. You can't look too behind you. You have to deal in the moment and accept the next challenge that's in front of you. And our guys have done a really good job with that. We've got good senior leadership with Bryce Washington, Johnathon Stove, in particular, guys that have been here with me 4 years, and they just completed their 6th month without losing a game in the season in their career, and that's pretty impressive to go and win 7 or 8 games in a row. And they've done it twice this year. They did it twice last year. They did it once as a freshman, once as a sophomore. So they're doing a good job realizing that we've got to stay committed to our defense and committed to what got us where we are. We're finally playing pretty good defense. And as I said at the beginning of the season, I think the very first press conference, if our defense is better, we continue to share the ball, we stay healthy and have some good fortune, we have a chance to have a special season. And we put ourselves in that position. Where we go from here depends on our preparation for South Alabama.
Does this team remind you of, and maybe Marquette in particular, remind you of like when you had Bamalu, and one game you might not get anything from them, and then like in the tournament, Marquette had 19, Bamalu, went off for a huge night. How much could that presence kind of help you down the stretch?
There's certainly some similarities as far as the scoring, not scoring, but Bryant was pretty consistent down the stretch for us and played outstanding. We don't beat Western Kentucky in the semis if he doesn't have the second half that he had. And then he got most outstanding player. And unfortunately, in the game against Creighton, he didn't have a big game. But Malik is bigger than Bryant. He's a team guy. He's still fitting in a little bit and did not play well against Arlington, but turned around and had a big night against career night against Texas State. And we certainly challenged him. More so, he did a good job defensively starting off on Pearson, who's a really good player on their team. And Johnathon Stove picked up for him in that area, as he did with Hervey. I thought Stove's defense on Hervey was big in the game at Arlington.
How big is it for you and the guys to have a big crowd these next two games? One with Thursday being the blackout and then Saturday being the earlier game.
Well, I believe I mentioned this last time, but we have 2 home games in January. We have 2 in the middle of February, and we have 2 the first week of March, and that's it. So we have 6 left. This team's been fun to watch. We've said that. You guys know this, but we've said that since day one. We share the ball. We rebound the ball. We're playing good defense. When we make shots, we're pretty tough out. And I encourage our fans and the people of Acadiana and the community, city of Lafayette, to come and support this team and watch them because they're fun to watch. Our students are going to be out this week, and we feel like we're going to have the best student turnout that we've had, and we're going to try to build on that as we go forward. But we have to deal with the preparation and things that are going to happen on the court. I know our marketing team and our athletic department is doing some things as evidenced by the blackout on Thursday against South Alabama. And then also we're Coaches versus Cancer. We'll be wearing sneakers as we did in Cuba. The guys will, the coaching staff. So a lot of good things going on this week at the Cajun Dome.
Did you roll out your blackout outfit on purpose, or did you roll that back out on purpose?
It's Johnny Cash Day, or Jerry Glanville Day. I lived in Houston for a while, and I'm leaving tickets for Elvis next week at the box. But yeah, it's blackout. They asked us to wear black today, so I have no problem. We've got plenty to choose from.
What is South Alabama doing right now that maybe they weren't doing earlier in the year?
They changed their lineup. They were playing bigger, Dan. They played a little bit smaller now. And Roderick Sykes is a junior college player. He's from Ocean Springs and went to Southwest Mississippi Junior College in Summit. And he's a little guy. He's about 6'1", 155, 160. But he's really shot the ball well for him and scored for him and got player of the week. He's really dominating the offense currently. And that's helped them. They won their last 2 games at home. They beat Coastal and they beat Appalachian State. So they're coming in here on a winning streak and 4-3 in league play.
Coach, have there been any games this year where you felt like the team's depth helped you guys win by kind of just wearing down an opponent in the final 5-6 minutes?
Happened in a lot of games, too many for me to recall at this time. But our depth has been super. And we say that every night. The other team, Arlington, for example, I told the guys before the game, Arlington's got a nice team, but we're better 1 through 5, and we're definitely better 1 through 8. And 1 through 12 or 13. Our guys, we can go deep into our bench, and I think it's been a plus for us. If you look at the minutes played, Scott, we have no one in the top 20 in the conference, and a couple of teams have 2 and 3 in the top 10. So it's a long season. In conference games, I believe Bryce is 17th in minutes played. But we've done a good job of keeping our guys fresh and feel good about our health as we go into the stretch here. You know, we've got 2 games left at home, and that'll get us to the midpoint of Sun Belt Conference play. So the expectations, the seniors are doing a good job with that, but we've got a long way to go. And if we continue to defend and they remember that the commitment to defense is what put us in this position, then, as I said, with some good fortune, we'll have a chance to have a special season.
How much has Jakeenan Gant meant to that defense?
He's meant a lot, and we missed him for 2 games at home, which you guys saw. Then we go over there, and he has 9 and 4 and 7 and 4 in these 2 games. And he had not scored double figures only 3 times. Ole Miss, Clemson, and the third game escapes me, but we did not play well and lost a couple of games that he doesn't score. So we need to get Keenan motivated, to play better around the basket. He just didn't finish. He missed a couple of dunks the other day, and it felt like his splint was bothering him a little bit, and it got inside his head. But he still made a couple of big baskets for us, made 3 threes, gave us the go-ahead 3 against Arlington after we struggled the whole game. But we led the last 13 minutes of the game against Arlington. You know, we talked about how poor we played in the first half, but we were able to finish that, and Keenan was a big part of it.
Staying on the defense, how well equipped do you feel like you are for person on Saturday?
I haven't looked that far ahead, Tim, to be honest, and won't until Thursday night. But he is the career leading three-point shooter in Sunbelt history, so we know he's a really good shooter, and we've played him for 3 years. He's a fine player. They've got a really nice team. And 1 through 5, they're a solid team. They sure are. And a team that won the tournament last year.